So is this a big problem for the Fortnite metaverse? So we have this tweet from Hypex, Fortnite Thin Client Info, expected next season. The game size will be way smaller. You only download the lobby, shop, locker, skins, etc. Then you can choose to download each mode separately. BR, Save the World, Rocket Racing, Festival, Lego, Creative, etc. So people are joyous, celebrating the apparent downfall of the metaverse. And I think intrinsically, as a connected entity, I think they might be right. It makes it rather difficult to play the other modes if you only dip in and dip out. For people that play it regularly, I don't think it make a difference. They will just download the modes they play. But it's like one of the main reasons that I stopped playing Call of Duty. I like Fortnite and I would rather do that or do something else than wait 3 hours for a Call of Duty hotfix, which relatively small but just took hours to download for some reason. And of course I wasn't playing Call of Duty a lot. It just led me to abandon the game, and I'm sure players will think the same with this. Like, why download a mode I don't play? So when the metaverse haters can hide the metaverse away from their screens, I think this signifies and signals a deep intent from Epic Games, that the game mode and the game itself is only going to get bigger. Epic has to consider old gens, consoles, limited PC space and other stuff that could negatively impact the player base. This could also make the discovery look actually better by getting rid of all the other modes do matter to some and don't to others, and it's very hard to make that stuff look clean, with each game mode having its own distinct lobby and game client. Like the old days. It will look great, I'm sure. Although this change I think will affect player counts for the Fortnite metaverse game modes, it of course will do that. As the current setup, you always see in the game modes in Discovery, and it will keep calling you until you hopefully pick up the phone one day. This will not be the case if they're different game modes and different clients you have to download, or an extended client for the main client, depending how it will work. This is not spelled out here. But on the whole, for people who are already playing them game modes, I think the numbers should relatively hold pretty well. And guys, if you are enjoying this content, make sure to hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to 20k. And of course, our longer term goal of 100k. So make sure to subscribe, man. Thank you. But on the whole, I believe that this update will allow Epic to grow the metaverse actually, and to install more game modes within the Fortnite universe. Obviously there's a Disney game mode that is meant to be coming, as well as 2 others I think for the new chapter. Of course the games will get bigger and larger, and for some old gen and even new gen consoles, along with other games already on their systems, it could get very full very quickly. I'm pretty sure that Fortnite are aware that not everyone plays every single game mode. I'm sure there's people who didn't watch every CW show involving a DC outfit. Like, my vision would have been a hub style like Creative back in chapter 1, where you would choose different islands and different universe and different realities to travel, maybe somehow associating what we saw at the Big Bang to be able to travel to different portals, different worlds, and maybe of course what Fortnite and Epic Games are suggesting with Roblox and maybe Minecraft, different games entirely. But I believe the main reason for this is to save old gens and especially Nintendo. As I'm making this video, it has just been announced that this has been delayed, or maybe it's never been delayed, this was always the case and leakers were wrong. Fortnite the Thin client delayed to late 2025, heavily reduced game file size, lets you download many parts of the game separately, but the game size will still be reduced for Fortnite OG 2 this November, now scheduled for July-September 2025. And I'm sure that will anger many who want the complete destruction of the Fortnite metaverse. So let's see what some of my subscribers are saying about this. Unless I'm going crazy, isn't this already kind of a thing for PC? Like, I see in Epic Games Store that BR, Zero Build, Lego Fortnite, Rocket Racing and Festival all have separate things in the store, and I believe it can let you individually download them all. I think this is the case, but this is forcing the issue of course. Of course, what you have now is the main client that gives you all the game modes, and you can download separate ones if you only want them. This will be different where the main client disappears, and you will get a bare bones shop, locker, skins. And then you'll be able to create your own Fortnite, for example, and download Rocket Racing, Lego, another new game mode, and that's all you want. You don't want Festival or any of that sort of stuff. And I actually, in this circumstance, forgot to say BR. So in this build, you wouldn't have BR. In any case, if this is a more in-depth, built-in version of that, this sounds like a win-win to me. Of course, it won't help in my case as I play every mode, but for those of you who don't, they get a smaller game size. I wonder how updates would work now. Do you still get huge updates for everything, or is it now scaled to what game mode you played? The fact that creative mode is also mentioned here implies to me that every creative map will need to be individually downloaded to play. Does that sort of happen anyway? Because it does say every time you go onto a map, sometimes it says initiate and download. But anyway, which isn't too far from what you can do to UEFN maps anyway, which he does mention, which if so, might mean the memory limit for creative may be increased. If that is the case, that is a massive W, because I think for some creators who can really push the boundaries of UEFN and Fortnite creative further, are limited by that 100,000 capacity at the moment, as it's now the player's problem if the map is like 10 gigabytes worth of data, not Epic's. I don't know how to feel, definitely not downloading Rocket Racing. Of course, this is where the teams will start to be formed. Those of you who support Rocket Racing and not Festival, those of you who support Festival and not Lego. So of course, if you want to divide the community more, this is probably a way of going about it. It's pretty good, we can get rid of the modes we don't want to play. And I do believe that's the brunt of the decision here. And they want to allow people who don't play these game modes and don't want that file size on their console, on their PCs, this update will be for you. I don't think this is Fortnite actively trying to put a nail in the coffin to the Fortnite metaverse. Well, I think there'd be a disconnect now, of course. But of course, if it's going to grow, if we're going to get these new game modes, Disney, that is going to make the game a lot more bigger in terms of file size. One of my subscribers already commented that has been delayed to Q3, which sounds a lot worse than just saying the second half of the year. Fractions, hey? How would that work? Like, how would I choose what to update? For my end, all I have downloaded on my PC is the main game and of course UEFN. And sometimes if I don't update UEFN, I can't use it. So I guess it will work like that. Of course, we've already touched on this, you can already download the game modes separately. But of course, this will be forcing the issue. You will have to download them game modes now. My conclusion though is I don't think this is the nail in the coffin that many people are trying to portray it is for the Fortnite metaverse. It actually gives Epic more ability to add what they want, and you can choose to accept that or not. Fortnite are going to have a fear of missing out for game modes eventually, because they're going to add the Disney mode, the 2 other modes that are coming. Who knows what happens after that point? Oh my god, I don't have enough file size to download all the games. Oh no. Are we going to have different chapters? Like, this could lead into that. Like, we could have different seasons, completely different games, which this does open up. There's no reason then for Q3 of 2025 they couldn't add Chapter 2 OG and Chapter 1 OG back for a limited time anyway, as a thing you can download separately. Of course, I still think server space is going to be an issue. I'm not so sure about that. But this could be a good move for people who hate the metaverse and people who love the metaverse. Each one has their pros and cons for sure. I kind of think that BR and Reload should be the same though. I presume he means in terms of you should be able to download them together. I kind of get what he's saying here, but what does this actually mean for game modes like Team Rumble and Party Royale? But it'd be interesting to see we still have maybe a full version of the game currently with all the game modes included on the Epic Game Store. Could this update that is of course now actually coming in 2025 possibly for some make the metaverse a bit shaky, probably leaving them forgotten game modes? And if you want to watch a video on Fortnite's forgotten metaverse, watch this video now, or watch another one. I don't know which one. I'm going to put 2 videos up here. Hit the like button, subscribe to YouTube channel. It has been your boy, Mr. JOY. Till next time, aye. Wait, that's not why.